Studio 83. Ready to go. I have to find my seating in between rocks and the plants that I don't want to mess with. Let's see. Good. Hey everyone, how you doing? I hope you're having a beautiful day. And I thought I'd do today's video in the woods, in a little more setting of nature. Not that I haven't before. Because I was just feeling really energetic and excited to get out here and just experience grounding myself and paying attention and becoming more aware of kind of the vibrations around me. And it's interesting because I've noticed that the more and more I've dug into my raw food journey, more on my fruit pathway, I see more and more and more. So then, we can talk about the pineal gland and the third eye and, decalcification and all these elements of opening up the authentic self and seeing all. And I haven't had an experience like some people describe, which is always memorable and kind of puts an end to everything they've known before, and they know that nothing will be the same again. I've just slowly over time been much more observant and aware of everything around me. My sensitivity levels, I guess, have become just so much more precious and conscious and vibrant. Just as the simplicity of, not even getting into the deeper raw journey, when one walks into a room and one feels that person's energy. If somebody comes into the room and they're dancing and they're saying, "Hey, how you doing? I love you. I hope you're having a good day," then that energy is transferred and you're feeling the same way. Or if you were feeling down, now you're feeling much better. And on the other side of that, of course, if somebody comes in with the major bummer, then it's going to lower the vibrancy and the frequency in that atmosphere. And there's probably more to that story, but it's going to affect you as well. And maybe you're going to say, "Now I feel bummed," or you're going to say, "Get me the heck out of here because I don't want to be bummed." So as I'm in nature, I'm just so much more aware of every single little motion and wind current and crack in a rock and animal tunnel. And at times, I don't know if the word should be overwhelming, but at times it's like, wow, I just feel and see so much more than I ever have. And it's always happening, it's always evolving. And so I just wonder, am I finally cracking that code right here in the old pineal gland? Because I cannot say what the heck, clogged that through my past. I guess growing up, we have to think and consider all the elements, such as taking showers as a child or a bath or something. Was there fluoride in that water? Going to the doctors when you were 12 years old, what shots did they give you? We don't really have a record of everything that we've exposed ourselves to and how much clogging there is. But what I can say from my experience is that the more that I have been in the raw food journey and coming in layers of the raw food journey, because when I began, I was more of the prepared raw foods, like the dehydration methods, the flaxseed cracker, and the breads, though they aren't breads, but the dehydrated versions of all of these elements, including higher nuts and seed ratios. And then I kind of went to like a higher vegetable diet. And I was doing, at one point, I didn't have the knowledge or awareness, and I enjoyed my fruit, but I didn't know the potential of fruit, and I was just eating very high vegetable, high sprout, avocado, a lot of dark greens. I love the kale, the collard, the Swiss chard, the broccoli, the cauliflower. Like, I was just like really into the vegetable game. And then my eyes became more opened, and Dr. Morse had definitely been the turning point in my life to change everything when he said, hey, it's cool to be all fruit. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even think of that. And the rest is history. And I'm getting deeper and deeper every moment as I go. So it has been a high intake of fruit and just a little bit of vegetables. And I feel like the progression or the evolution of my true self is coming from the vegetable and really just staying in the fruit game. Because lately I've not even been eating as much vegetable, although I made a salsa last week because I'm a hot pepper fanatic, and that was great. And I used, what was it, zucchini as my chip and red bell pepper. So, there's those times it's like that was a fiesta party. But I've definitely been coming from that into more of a liquid situation where I've been making my raw vegetable soups in the evening and then all day fruit. So then I kind of upped the game and I've been doing all fruit. And it's like, wow, it's been intense. And it always is, but it's just become more and more intense. And I just feel the difference tremendously. Sometimes I even pull back and I'm like, I'm going to have an apple or going to make an apple drink or just something to do with fruit. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think I need any more fruit today. I am wired and energetic and focused and clear and light-footed, and I'm going to slow down. So it doesn't take much. I don't know if that's because I have more sensitivity in my body and more of an absorption ability with my foods, because I'll tell you, I could really just have a few pieces of fruit in the day and just be set. My energy levels are always just fine. They feel and seem balanced, and I'm usually always focused on my prize, whatever goals I'm setting, and all is well. So I'm very grateful for that, but it just takes less and less. That's what I've noticed. So now I am going to be starting a full fruit drinking time. And you know what? It just came to me in the past few days. Some other fellow raw foodist online had been talking about juicing and detoxing and going in deeper. And I was like, you know what? It's time for me to do that now, because I've always been breaking that with the vegetable. And it's like, you know what? I'm just going to leave the vegetables alone for a little while and see how this goes. So today I made about 9 jars of, what was that? I had some Crenshaw and some banana and some coconut and plum juice. So, and a little blueberry. So there we are. And I made that so that I'm set for like the next 2 days, and I don't have to focus or worry about anything to do with my nutritional intake. I'll just take my jar along with me as I go, and I'm very relieved and happy for this experience because I've put so much time and energy, as many raw foodists will know about themselves, into raw food preparations. I used to be a wild man on my power salads at the end of the day or maybe after work, and I would sometimes spend an hour and more with the way I was cutting these vegetables and the addition of the sprouted seeds and nuts, and it was just wild and crazy, and it was meant for that time. So it was really enjoyable, and that's what was needed for me to be where I am now. But there was just so much time and effort put into my raw food preparations that I really love the simplicity of just doing my fruit juice and just eating my fruit, and the rewards are unfathomable. It's so difficult to put into words how you can evolve and feel from a high to all fruit diet. And who knows what the future may bring. Maybe one day I become a wild man and I'm going to be eating potatoes twice a week. I can't say, but I do know right now that this is what is calling me and this is what is telling me to do. And I'm just listening. So actually I'm going to try this juice right now because I made it and jarred it and I didn't even try it. That is good. I'm liking it. Oh yeah. So I can already tell probably two of these a day, and I'll be good to go. So that's what's been happening in my world, and so much more to say, but I will keep it simple and to the fruit realm, because there are other aspects of my life that are evolving and changing, and even including locations. So I will keep you posted for all of my, what is it, 23,000 followers I have now? Oh no, that's 23. Yeah, so I'll let you know, and I really hope that you're doing well today, and that my messages help you in some little way. And if it's in a big way, then that's great too. But remember, we are all one, and we are all connected, and we are to all accept one another and support one another, and really allow the love process to occur in all of our decisions and thought processes, and we will have a much better experience. So take care. Thank you for joining me here today. That was a kind of an awkward spot because look, I got a rock little indent there on the leg, but it felt good to be under the tree. So love you all, and positive vibrations.